Do your blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well, sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. Hey, booze. Hey, it's your girl, Leanne Dulce, your Chief Self-Love Officer at Wake Up Happy Sis. You're tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis show, broadcasting live on KCCR Cityscape Radio. Today, we're not just changing the narrative for our Black people, we're transforming lives with an episode that's about boosting your self-esteem, your guide to unshakable confidence. And look, I got some great company with me today, okay? Let me bring it down a little bit because I'm a little excited because y'all know Shawnti and I love our guests on the show, and we're gonna have a good conversation today. So joining us today, we're honored to have Shawnti Refuge, a beacon of light in the mental health coaching space, and Kesha Campbell, who is a powerhouse around personal growth and boundary setting. So self-confidence, self-esteem, boundary setting, mental health. You see how all these are playing in together, baby. We are out here moving and shaking, and we're doing the thing. And together, we're really diving deep into self-love, into healing, and setting those life-changing boundaries that's going to raise and elevate that self-esteem and that confidence. What are you over there doing? You having too much.
Girl, having some damn technical difficulties. When you get up in age, it's kind of hard to hear and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Look, we're not channeling that. I don't subscribe to that. I'm 38 because that is how old I was told I look. So I'm going with 38.
Oh.
And I know you're wondering, well, how can you have a 33-year-old child if you're only 38? I think people be too much in my business about that, So how was your weekend, Sharonda?
It was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome over here in these beautiful trips out here and spending family time and just everything is everything.
And you all on vacation and stuff. And hey, to our TikTok followers, y'all can't see them, but y'all can hear them. And hey, to everybody in Instagram land, we love y'all. So let's get into this episode, okay? We're talking about boosting your self-esteem. And again, we've got two fabulous guests who are joining us today. Kesha Campbell is a published author, consultant, speaker, and personal growth coach. As a personal growth coach, she teaches women that no is a complete sentence. And y'all know we say that all the time over here. And she shows them how to set healthy boundaries while prioritizing themselves so they can live a life of freedom, joy, and fulfillment. And then we have Shawnti Refuge. She's a certified mental health coach, advocate, keynote speaker, and author from Houston, Texas. She shows women who are serious about their mental health how to heal, release, and live their best life through guided journaling. So welcome, Kesha and Shawnti, to the Wake Up Happy Sis show.
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
So we're going to start with you, Shawnti. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself so they can learn who our fabulous guests are today?
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Shawnti Refuge. I'm a certified mental health coach, mental health advocate, keynote speaker, and author. And like Leanne said, I help women to release, heal, and live their best lives with guided journaling.
Yes. And if you guys want to go check them out, ShawntiRefugeJournals.com is the place to go. So make sure y'all go and check her out and follow her on social media. And Kesha.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it and apologize about my voice. The allergies are kicking in. My name is Kesha Mason Campbell. I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. I'm also your host of the Prioritize Me workshop. And I teach women, of course, like you just said, that no is a complete sentence. We for so long we feel like we have to have an excuse for the no, and there's no excuse for the no. You don't have to. No is no, and that's it, and you should be okay with that. But we're made to feel like we have to give you an explanation, or like we got to show up and explain our why. Our why can just be no, because I don't want to. And that should be okay, and that should be acceptable. And then I teach them how to prioritize yourselves. And because we don't say no, we don't prioritize ourselves, we lose ourselves in everybody else's journey. We end up doing all the things for all the people all the time. And then we don't have any time for ourselves, right? And then I teach them ready responses. And ready responses are pre-prepared responses that you have for any situation that happens, because you are who you are, right? The things that are asked of you, it may be from 10 different people. It's still very much the same. You're still showing up the same way because they still expect the same thing from you. So I teach you ready responses, which are pre-prepared responses that you have when people come to you. If they say, hey, I need you to, keep my kids today. And you say, no, I'm not available at this time. It's not harsh, it's not harmful, and it's not hurtful with your no. But you're saying no, but you're saying it in a way where it's comfortable for you, because everybody can't just say no and be comfortable with it.
Mm.
Amen. That's a word.
Yes.
Right? I love that. So as we talk about self-esteem and self-confidence, one of the things I want to talk about is the concept that women, especially Black women, because that's who our show is for here, need to shift. To me, we have to start by shifting how we view ourselves, right? And the value that we place on who we are and what we bring to any engagement, relationship, business endeavor, things of that nature. For me, I think a long time I had imposter syndrome, and I think I still have. It floats in and out, right? But for me, imposter syndrome when I was younger was a major thing, because even though I was always one of the most accomplished people in the room, even though I was very kind of focused and driven, I was still in a white male dominated field.
Yes.
Where you're not really listened to sometimes. Your voice is just kind of muted down and watered down. And I had to realize how I see myself affects how other people see me.
Yes.
Right. So what do you guys think about that? About how can women kind of start shifting how they view themselves in an effort to improve their self-esteem and confidence? And we just go kind of round robin. So jump on in.
Okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, thank you, Shawnti. I was just going to say, in a white male dominated field, I was in the banking industry for 17 years. They don't hear you. They don't see you. And if you get the great idea, they take ownership of it and they move on with it. And then you don't get the credit. Right. You don't get the credit. And you're like, wait a minute, that was my idea. And by the time it has come to fruition, and you're like, wait a minute, they've already blossomed it. And your name is nowhere on the marquee. Nowhere.
Yeah.
And then when they can't complete it, then they come back to you.
Say that.
I need you to and you're like, no. Yeah. And then they're mad at you. Then they want to give you a bad eval, because now the domino effect, you are making them look bad. But you've taken my complete idea and you don't let me have any ownership of it. And I had to learn to say, no, I can't do that. No. Or I don't remember. I don't remember. That's been so long ago since we worked on that project. I don't remember. And I said with a smiling face. So that way, because, we show up as, or they presume that we show up as an angry Black woman.
Yes, Lord.
Right? So I said with a smile, I said, oh, you know what? I don't remember that. That's been so long ago. I don't remember. And I said with a smile, and they're like, is she being facetious or is she being truthful? And because they don't want to ask because they already wrong, right? Yes. They're just like, okay, Kesha. All right. Yep. On to the next one. Because I won't give it all to you. You've taken it away from me. And in that field, you got to see yourself. See yourself as God sees you and not as man sees you. Right? And then that way, when you're showing up in those platforms, you're not lost. And even when they take away, right, which they do so often,
They do.
you won't feel like you're second fiddle. You just say, you know what, they took that idea. Let me find another way that when the ideas come, where I can circumvent that process and I can be at the top, right? We learn through trial and error, because that had happened to me a few times. And I was like, wait a minute, that's my idea.
Yep.
And I had to learn to say, no, I don't remember. It's been so long ago. You know, smile and say it. And they don't know if you're coming through like you pissed off or you coming through like you about to jump in their ass or something like, oops, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Go ahead.
Yeah.
They don't know how you coming through. So for me, that's how I would respond, with a smile. And I don't remember. It's been so long ago.
Okay. What about you, Shawnti?
That still happens today. I still do have a 9 to 5, and I'm in the information technology field during the daytime. And yeah, that still happens. And it took me a couple of times, I'm thinking, okay, let's go through the chain of command, trying to follow protocol. And I go to my colleague, hey, let's do this. And next thing I know, they took it and ran with it. And Shawnti's name is nowhere in it. Oh, and I used to come home crying. It took twice, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. Now I'm labeled as passive aggressive. I don't give 2 shits.
Exactly.
Right.
Use your voice. We have a voice,
That's
and
right.
especially in white America, Black women, we're not supposed to be talking. We're not supposed to, give our opinion. We're supposed to just nod and smile and look pretty and all that. No, not no more. It's time for us. We have a voice. God gave us a voice, and we have to use it. Use your voice, no matter what you think the consequences are going to be. No matter what people say about you, you could be, angry Black woman. Of course, that's their favorite. And
Yes,
now aggressive and she has an attitude. No, stand up for. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to advocate for ourselves, no matter what environment we're in. And whoever doesn't like it, that's their problem. That's a them problem, not us problem.
Right.
Use your voice. That's my answer. Stand up, use your voice, and don't be afraid. You were given that. Do it.
Yes. And for me, I think a lot of it starts with how we speak to ourselves and
Absolutely.
how we speak about ourselves. So I'm a firm believer that words are spells and words have power, right? They have the power to create. They also have the power to destroy. And when we talk about ourselves, like, I can't do this, I don't think I'm going to be good at this, all we're doing is telling the universe that's what we want to call and attract to us. Right? So I'm always, just before you say something, refrain how you speak to yourself and about yourself. So don't say I can't do this. You can say something that I look forward to the challenge of blah, 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 right? I'm absolutely capable and ready to learn, and just turn those negative thoughts into positive self-affirmations. To me, I think that helped me a lot, but also having to step up and stand up for myself when things are not going well, right? When not even to the point of, let's say, somebody taking credit for what I've done, but just the assumptions that sometimes people have about Black women in the workforce, that if I didn't come here to be your friend, I don't make that work, that I'm aggressive, that I'm, not a team player.
Yeah.
Right. So
I learned about the team players.
Yeah, we have to learn how to navigate those waters to really speak up and be an advocate for ourselves, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope. Nobody. And I tell people, understand that inner critic, that inner hater, I call him. My name is Ricky Bobby. And I purposely gave him that name because Ricky Bobby was so crazy in that movie. And
Yeah.
that's how I have to see my inner hater, right? As you are so crazy, so far-fetched out there when it tries to tell me, you're not good enough. Why would these people buy from you? Why would they listen to you? What do you really know in this self-care and wellness space and blah, 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 right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
We got to
Yeah.
understand where that voice is coming from. And sometimes that means you got to do a little work.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to be a constant thing to have to do work. I had imposter syndrome maybe a week ago, because I'm saying I'm doing all this work. I'm feeling good about it. Then all of a sudden I started having these thoughts of, girl, ain't nobody gonna work with you. You need work. And I'm just hearing all these. I'm like, I know what the hell I'm doing. I had to start affirming myself and speaking life over myself. And I always tell ladies to, look in the mirror, go in the mirror and look yourself in the face and, speak life into yourself. I say, even if you don't believe it at first, just keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it. And you're going to believe it.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I still get that imposter syndrome and like, girl, shut up. I don't even give her a name because I don't want to acknowledge her.
Ooh.
I know
I
what
like
I'm
that.
doing. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. And even though I know what I'm doing, and I know, and she know I know what I'm doing. But she still, want to say, girl, ain't nobody checking for you. Ain't nobody checking for you. Girl, fuck you. And I keep
Shut
going.
it down.
There you go.
You got to do
You got to do sometimes. That's what you got to do. Shut her down when it first comes in your mind. Hold up. Whoa. What we're not doing today is what we're not doing today.
Not gonna do is because so many people need what we have to offer, and we can't let our inner critic say, "Girl, nah, ain't nobody want that bull." Yes, they do. Because if they didn't, I wouldn't be here. We're here for a purpose, and if we're not, I feel like it took me to basically go nuts to learn that if we are not walking in our purpose and serving our purpose, why are we here?
That's right.
You're not taking up space in a good way if we're not walking in our purpose. So yeah, you got to shut that shit down quickly. Don't let it fester. As soon as you hear it talking, shut it down. Or else if you keep letting it talk, you're going to start believing it. And our thoughts lie to us.
Because disrespect invites disrespect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can positively affect the one that started it. That inner Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
You can make me go to watch that movie now. Now I gotta go find it.
I'm telling you,
it is funny.
Start with you first.
Stop
disrespecting yourself first.
Exactly.
You teach people how to treat you.
Yep, and it starts with
Absolutely.
You. And it's a mindset shift.
Yes.
If inner Ricky Bobby comes to the forefront, push her ass all the way back to the back and change your mind, which is free, and bring forth the positivity. It's like, you got this. You've been through to get to, what the hell you're talking about.
Absolutely, yes.
I've been in the wellness space for 15 years. I think I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I've made the choice to go get certifications. I think I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, right? But there's sometimes Ricky Bobby just be on it.
Yeah.
And that's nothing but a trauma response to something, someone somewhere else who made you feel like you were not smart enough, like you weren't, like, I think some of us have family members who said, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit, your mama wasn't shit, your dad wasn't shit. You know what I mean? They dump all of their negative and their fear and their doubt on us. And sometimes it's not even a person that's malicious. Sometimes it's a parent who doesn't have vision. And they're trying to protect you. Right.
That's their opinion, that they're trying to protect you. But you're not. You're hurting. You're hurting more than anything.
Yeah, just because your grandmama went through it, your mama went through it, don't mean you're gonna go through it. You all have the power. We all have the power to change that narrative.
And girl, I'm built different. But just like what Leanne said, it was my father that said that those very words. Well, I ain't never had anything, so you not either. In my mind, a switch went off. Challenge accepted.
Yep, I'm gonna show you. Yeah,
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Right, better than I can tell you. Period.
Yeah.
That's and to me, I'm okay with a little petty revenge, and my revenge is living well. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I'm very petty. I've got degrees in petty. Okay. I don't bring it out all the time. I don't bring it out all the time. But sometimes that degree, Dr. Pettylicious might have to come out. Might have to come out because my boundaries will be respected.
Because she was called for and she must appear.
If you call her, she will appear.
Right.
Because you're going to respect my boundaries. I'm going to do what I set forth to do, right? And it starts in here.
Absolutely.
And you can't let nobody stop you from what it is you want. But you have to be willing to sit in that pain and sit in that trauma and go through it and not run from it. Because I feel like a lot of times what we do is we run. That trauma and that pain. I'm gonna lock it in this little part right here. I'm gonna lock some more over here, some more over here, so I don't have to deal with it out of sight, out of mind. And that's not true. It always ends up somewhere.
It's gonna come out, and it's gonna come out when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I thought I was over this. I thought I didn't care about this shit. It's gonna come and tell you. It's gonna tell you.
Right. A situation, a smell, a person, just something, and you'd be like triggered.
Yes.
And I tell you, when some of those things happen with me, if I'm not able to just combat it in my mind, I'm like positive thoughts, positive energy, positive outcome. And I just say that over and over and over again until I'm just not thinking about that negative thought anymore, because it creeps in. I mean, it creeps in some of the worst times. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm already going through it. Why are you showing up? Like, why are you here? I don't need you. I'm already going through it.
But Kesha, we have to remember that we are observing instead of absorbing. That's negative. Just let it pass away.
Pop it out there. I had to clap on that.
Yeah.
But that's true, right?
Yeah.
We absorb everything that people dump into us, especially if you're an empath. You get left with the trails of everybody else's things that they dump into you, and they leave feeling better. You're still feeling, now your confidence, your self-esteem have taken another level of hit because you're now dealing with someone else's issues as if they were yours.
God bless those therapists. Shawnti, how in the world do you do that?
Child, I meditate, I pray, I say affirmations, and I journal. People hit me with some heavy stuff, and I'm just like, it literally brings me down, but I have learned how to fill my cup back up.
Good job.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome.
I had to learn how to do that because I used to carry people's weight. I used to feel so bad. I used to want to solve everybody's problems, but I had to learn that no, I can't. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not the savior, but I can support you without doing it for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to get in my journal and my Bible and meditate. I meditate because it could be heavy and it could to you. Somebody else's issues can't attach to you, but you have to learn how to combat that.
Yeah.
You could be someone's support system without being a savior, like I said.
Right, without taking on their problem as your own. Right. And because I think we need that help. And what I love now is that when I was coming up, you didn't talk about mental health issues.
No.
There was going to a therapist, going to a psychiatrist. What happened here stays here, and you don't talk about what happened in our.
Yes.
I love now, baby, these little, what are they, millennials? They don't care.
No, they
don't.
don't.
Their job ain't got another job lined up.
Yes.
This is not good for my mental health. I need mental health days, like, baby, they're not playing when it
No,
comes
they're
to
not.
Yeah, and that's a great thing.
therapist. And I love that because we have to, at some point, I think my next level is we then have to take accountability and responsibility for our healing.
Yes.
We
And a
have
lot
to
of us
stop
don't want to
saying
do
it's
that.
my mama's fault. She did this to me. My daddy did this to
My
me.
fan it.
I'm gonna clap on your behalf. I'm gonna clap
Thank
on
you.
your behalf because
Appreciate
we want to continue to blame everybody else instead of healing.
Exactly.
I use the it is, but I use the story of bison who travel into a storm where all the other animals are running away from the storm.
Mm-hmm.
When you travel into that storm, you get through it that much faster. And talking to your friends, talking to a therapist, to professionals, or a coach. You may have a therapist and a coach because generally our methods are not the same. Our methods are not the same, and you can have a coach and a therapist that are working on different areas of your wellness and helping you dig through those feelings. Where I'm more current and future focused. How do we get you a plan to get where you want to be?
You need a support system. You need the right support system, though. And when we think of support system as Black women, don't snap your head off now. When we think of a support
you said a mouthful. Oh my God, the right support system.
Yes, because sometimes when you hear support system, people think, oh, my mama, my cousin, my auntie. No, my best friend. No, that is not your support system. Not in that sense. When you're going through healing, your support system needs to be someone or people who have been where you've been, who are educated in what you're going through. Lovely if you have both. Like me, my support system consists of my therapist, 3 coaches, and a mentor. And I would tell everybody, these 5 people, they save my life all the time, and they're all in my support system for different reasons. So, you just like you have friends, sometimes you tell your friend this, but you can't tell this one that. Same thing. Same thing.
So let's pause for that one. So if your support system does not mean you any good, meaning you have to decompress after you get off the phone,
that ain't no
cheeks clench when you see their name on your caller ID.
That's not good.
You have the power not to answer the phone. Trust me when I tell you that.
Ignore.
Period.
Like I'm already at 50. I cannot give you or surrender another 25 because you haven't taken the time to look around and be like, oh my gosh, Sheree, how are you doing, by the way?
If your support system don't ask you how you are, that ain't your support system. They just there to, take in everything that you got going on.
And rob you.
And take your shit and run with it. That's what they do. So you gotta find the right people.
We gotta do a little station identification, and then we're gonna come right back and keep this conversation going. You are tuned into the Wake Up Happy Sis Show on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we're changing the narrative for our Black people because we are always telling our story our way. So just check out our little commercial over here, and y'all take a listen. Sign up for this anthology because it is the healing and the journey that you need. Imagine a book that isn't just pages and words, but a journey of triumph, resilience. Imagine a book that isn't just pages and... Hey, sis, ever feel like you're on the verge of a meltdown? Are you overwhelmed from juggling your job, your family, and trying to fit in me time, but seriously dropping the ball on that last one? Guess what? The Burnout Recovery Kit. It's your 14-day lifeline to go from burnt out to lit up. Get ready to reclaim your joy, energy, and that I got this attitude. Grab your free ebook, a purpose-driven workbook, daily email prompts, as well as SMS boosters, and Q&A sessions. It's like a spa day for your soul, and guess what? It's totally free. Don't waste another minute feeling drained. Go to officialburnoutrecoverykit.com right now and kickstart your transformation. The Burnout Recovery Kit, because you deserve to be at the top of your own to-do list. Don't just cope. Thrive, sis.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
The goal is to help our people get it together, because sometimes we have so much thrown at us that you're starting a new job. There's always going to be those self-esteem and confidence issues around starting a new job, all these new people wondering how you're going to fit into this new team, right? That's already one level of thing. As a Black woman, we tend to have to work 2 and 3 times as hard just to be seen as the average person on the team, right? So how can we go about dealing with we've got our home life, our regular life, and then we've got all this social media stuff that's telling us we got to be twerking on camera, we got to be a size 2, we got to be this, we got to be that. How do we navigate social media when you've got all the video vixens and the BBL girls and all of that to show up authentically as ourselves with confidence and high self-esteem?
Come on, Kesha.
Okay, let's get it.
Get it.
So for me, first of all, you have to know who you are and whose you are. We got to start there, right? Once you start there, then all these other videos and the naysayers and the media telling you to do this, be that size 2, be twerking and all that stuff, you'll know that's not for you. You'll know that's not for you because it starts from the top, right? It starts with you, getting into your prayer, knowing who you are again and whose you are. And when you begin that way, all the naysayers and all the things that they say, you'll know what doesn't apply to you. You'll know that they say that, but that doesn't apply. Let that, I'm about to cuss again. You said we can't cuss, right?
It's okay. You
cuss, girl, cuss.
So for me, when that happens, I'm like, let that shit go. Another one, come up. Let that shit go, right? Let that shit go. We're not being bothered by that because it doesn't align with us. But you got to know who you are and whose you are first. Because when you don't, you get lost in that sauce. You get lost in the social media. You get lost in all that craziness and all the BBLs, like you were saying. I didn't even realize that was like a popular thing. I'm like, why are you paying for that? That's money spent to do something else. Invested in your family, invested in your future, invested in some stocks and some bonds or some houses or something. Invest that money instead of trying to make your body look a certain way that after about 20 years, is that still going to look the same?
I just go back and get it done again? What's going to happen when
my question is, if you got a doggone dolphin as a tramp stamp, but then 20 years later look like a whale.
Right. How do you explain that? And who are you going to explain it to?
I mean, that's not you. I think learning who you are starts with spending time with yourself. Date yourself. Be with yourself.
Girl, say that part.
A lot of us don't know who we are because we always around somebody or got, our phone in our face on social media trying to be like this, and that. Spend time with yourself. Get to know yourself. And, I'm journal based, so I always got to say, get a damn journal.
Yeah. Girl, I have been journaling since before my son was born. He's now 21.
Yeah, get a journal.
I got chronicles.
That is the perfect way to learn yourself and have self-discovery. Things that you probably are doing, you didn't even know that ain't what you want to do because you just did it because somebody else said it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
No, learn yourself.
And like you said, date yourself. Because I tell anybody, go out to eat by yourself. And you and me both. I'm like, go out to eat by yourself. And you hear so many women say, oh, what people are going to think. Why should I go out to eat by myself? I'm like, who cares? Who cares?
It used to be me. I'm a woman of a certain age. I am 52 years old. But
Amen.
before I was married, I had a talk with Jesus. I was like, Lord, when are you going to bring me my husband? He said, when you love you like I love you. Not a moment before.
Yeah.
And the guy that he revealed, I knew him. I looked at, it was like something happened. So you gotta date yourself. You got to spend that quality time with yourself, because after 26 years of marriage, it is not the two halves make a whole. It's two wholes make a whole.
Wholes make a whole. Yeah. Right. You don't need anybody else to complete you. You are complete as a person once you get to know yourself, and you know, just be with yourself. It took me, and I'm saying this like I've been doing it for years. I am going to be 47 tomorrow. And
happy early birthday.
Thank you. And it took me, let's see, I had a nervous breakdown in 2018. And it took me after having that nervous breakdown to understand that, you know, I didn't know who I was. I was being who everybody else wanted me to be.
Yeah.
And that's usually the way that it goes. But when I talk to my clients, I'm like, do something for yourself. Do you know what you like? Do you know what you enjoy?
Right.
Do you know? And most of them are like, well,
exactly. No, they don't know.
Right. So do some things. Go out to eat by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. And I'm not telling them anything that I haven't done. Listen, I get me a drink. I get me my popcorn. I go sit in that movie. I'm laughing. I'm talking. All of that. Right? By myself. And now they got it with the reclining chairs inside the movie theater. You don't need people. You should be home by yourself. People should add value.
Exactly.
If they can't add value, let them go.
Just like that support system we talked about. If it cannot support you when it's your turn, because you're always giving to them.
Yes, it's time to let them go. Let them go.
Put them in a timeout.
Baby, I put my own mama in timeout, so I know. Yes, that's how serious I am about my mental health and about, you know, my life. I put my mama in timeout for like 3 months. I did. I had to. Yeah. Everybody,
you gotta read them a little bit and be like, you know, after you take them off so you know, half baked. you got to take them off a pause for a second, and once you have gotten your thoughts together to the point where you can explain to them why they were put into a timeout, it's like, oh my God,
that's exactly what
I had no idea. I'm like,
and most of them don't.
Yeah, I put her in timeout in September, and I took her out New Year's Day of this year. That's how long I did. No calls, no texts, no nothing. I blocked her, literally blocked her. And I had to, for my own, you know, personal safety, mental safety, because she wasn't getting it. So I said, okay, I'm about to show you better than I could tell you. Now,
that part.
And I let everybody know, you know, I put my mama in time. Oh, that's your mama. And
you know, it's still my well-being. I got to take care of me.
This is about me. And once I took her out, I did explain to her why she was in timeout. And she apologized, and, you know, we're going to move forward with that, you know. So, and if she do something again, she knows, you know, she's going to get put in timeout again.
Yeah, it's making people accountable for their actions, because a lot of times they're on autopilot doing the things that they do and not realizing how you're affecting others. And if you are affecting me in a way that doesn't serve me, I can't be bothered with you. I won't be bothered with you.
Yeah, that's because people don't call other people out on their BS.
Right.
They let them do what they want to do. Yeah, and they do it for so long, it becomes normal. And now that when you're changing and you're growing, it's like, okay, I'm not putting up with that no more.
That's right.
But they still keep doing what they're doing because they don't believe you, because you let me do it this long. So why I can't do it now? Try me now. You know?
Right. Because I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
I don't care what I accepted yesterday. Try me today.
Today is a new day.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Look, I jumped right back in at the right time. Yes, we're on the power. We are obviously on the power of no. That's my favorite word. Yeah. That is my whole favorite word. Sentence, statement, exclamation mark.
Yes.
Because we have to. If we don't set boundaries. And I was just saying this on TikTok as I was trying to reboot my machine, because the technology, technology going technology when it wants to have an issue with you. But we keep going. We keep going. But one of the things when I think about that power of no, right, where it has really kind of served me best was in telling myself no about things. No to the people that I know need to be out of my life, but it's kind of hard to let those old ways, those old people, those old things go. And
but did you feel better though?
To say you do feel better, not in the short term though, right? You don't feel better in the short term because you're used to the trauma of that person, if that makes sense.
But
right?
you have the power to say no.
Yes. But you have to first say no to yourself. No, I'm not going to call such and such. No, I'm not going to do X, Y, or Z, because our boundaries start with ourselves. If you can't even hold up a boundary with yourself, how do you think you're going to enforce a boundary with someone else?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts with you.
Yes. And it has to. It has to. And I will tell somebody no. In a heartbeat. We'll have no qualms about it. I just don't want to do it. And I think that was something you brought up earlier, Kesha, was the power of there doesn't have to be an explanation. I just don't want to.
Because no is a whole sentence.
Because my worth isn't tied to my service to you.
That's right. That's right. And people don't understand that. They think if I ask you, you've always done, then when I ask you again, you're supposed to show up and do it anyway. And that's not who I am. And that's not what I have to do. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do anything. I chose to do what I want to do when I want to do it, when it serves me and I am okay with it. If it's not serving me and I am not okay with it, then you need to be okay with my no.
Yeah.
Because no is a complete sentence. And if you can't, that's a you, like you said, Shawnti, that is a you problem, not a me problem. That's all yours. You deal with that. I said no, you go home and deal with that.
Yeah.
So
that's the end of it.
Being of a certain age and everything, peace is important.
Yes.
You can't be disrupted in any kind of way.
Right.
In time out you go. I can't, I won't, and I don't have to.
You don't. You don't.
You 100% don't. Now, one of the things, we got this comment, Kenya Newbie, and she says she's drowning and she needs handholding because she feels useless in all aspects of her life right now.
Oh.
Right? Let me say something to you, Kenya, first and foremost. Your worth is not tied to your financial stability. Your worth is not tied to the fact that you don't make mistakes. Nobody makes mistakes, baby girl. Right? As long as you are putting one foot in front of the other and you are trying, you are a productive member of society.
Absolutely.
But you have to feel that about you. We can't make you feel that or see that about yourself. You have to start with you. I think Shawnti said it best. Put them affirmations in rotation. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Get yourself a journal. Right? There are a lot of guided and scripted journals that can help you work through your trauma, your problems. Look, Shawnti got a whole business about it.
Tell us, Shawnti.
I do. I created, guided journals with specific prompts and specific affirmations to help people, help themselves. You gotta help. It starts with you. You gotta help, like this one, my self-esteem journal. This is the one right here. Okay. Everything, all things self-esteem. I have people that tell me I couldn't finish it because I didn't want to answer these questions. That means you needed it. You know, it's
right. If you're not trying to answer the questions, then you really do 100%.
For me, my journaling started off with my faith, and it was a intimate conversation with me and God. And some days I can get a word, a sentence, a couple of pages, several pages, and he craves that relationship. Like we're talking right now, I talk to my daddy because we on a personal basis and everything. It's not our father. No, it's daddy. Guess what happened to me today? And I just start, writing. So Kenya, I'm speaking directly to you. It starts with you and your relationship with your higher power and talking to him, and as if we're talking face to face right now, because he already knows what's going on in your life, but he craves the intimacy. Intimacy, break it down and look into yourself. You are way more than that message that we just saw. You are way more than that. And he loves you just that way. He wants to bring you out of yourself so you can see that you're way more than what you think.
You can see what he sees.
Oh
God
my
is
God.
He's
All in love with yourself, Kenya.
Yes,
oh
he
my
saw
God.
all the trials and tribulations, and people think, oh, that's God testing me. Sometimes it is because you prayed to be stronger. So what's he going to give you? Challenges that are designed to make you stronger. He ain't just going to give you strength.
Right.
These are muscles that we are building up. And what you got to do is just keep opening your eyes every day. Put one step in front of the other. Stop trying to eat the whole elephant at one time.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. Right?
Kenya, you have a 100% success rate of getting through what's in your rearview mirror. You're going forward into the next chapter of your life, and you can do this. You have a whole support system right here.
You sure do. And I'm gonna chime in just a little bit. I have a coach too, and one of the things that she says all the time is, "I see me as God sees me." Her name is Jasmine Womack, my coach. I love her. I see me as God sees me, and she reiterates that, and we memorize that, and that's how you have to feel. You have to see yourself as God sees you, because how can you be, super productive? And I don't think of anything as a mistake or failing. It's all learning experiences. You're learning. You're building from it, right? Your lessons learned. So as long as you see you as God sees you, don't see those things as mistakes. See them as stepping stones. See them as learning experiences. And that they're teaching you how to move forward. You learn what not to do so you can do something different or better the next time. Just make sure you see yourself as God sees you. I mean, I love my coach, Jasmine, and she says that to us all the time. And I share with other people, definitely giving her the credit for it, because you have to see yourself as God sees you. Because if not, you become stagnant and you don't really move. And then you become in a place of stagnation, and then you're wanting people to help you. But people can't help you more than you can help yourself. Right? As my mom used to say, you can only help those who help themselves. So it all starts with you.
Yes. And this is what I say, right? This is what I want you to do, Kenya. I want you to start in one area. Just pick one thing. What I have is, where's my thing? So one of the things I make are vision board workbooks. It's not the average vision board, right? Let me turn off this background because ain't nobody gonna be able to see it with the little background. But okay. So with this, it's not a standard vision board that you think something big on the wall that I'm gonna do it once, it was fun, and I ain't never going back to look at it. Why most visions don't work is because you haven't put the actions behind them. So start with one area. Get yourself a piece of paper. It don't have to be fancy. It don't have to be anything. Or you could buy this one, shameless plug, but you don't have to.
Right.
You can start with a piece of paper and just write for financial stability, what do you want to have? And be specific. And speak about it as if you already have it. Know how you're going to feel when you reach that financial stability goal. Know what your life looks like, what you look like, because we have to see it before we see it, or we won't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Yes.
I got that from my coach Trevor. I have to give him credit for that, because that's where I got it from.
Say that again.
You have to see it. You have to see it in your mind's eye before you see it in your eyes, or you will never see it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe firmly that if I can close my eyes and imagine and feel what it feels like, then I can accomplish that. But it's not like I'm stopping there. Oh, now I'm going to make a plan. People think, oh, I'm going to do a vision board, and then I'm just going to look up next year and all these things will have been done.
Yeah,
even the Bible says faith without works is dead.
It's dead, yes.
Wow. Yeah. The work.
Yes.
That's why you
also says write the vision and make it plain.
Yes, absolutely.
Have a coach. Most professional people that I know have multiple coaches.
Yes.
Definitely have a therapist. Look, I came out and said, I got my 3 coaches over here. I got
Yeah.
You have
and they all serve different purposes.
Yes, you have to invest at the level of which
you expect
results.
Right.
Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah. I need to invest at the level that you expect results. And that investment isn't always money. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes the investment is change behavior. Sometimes it's removing people, places, things out of your life.
And sometimes it's all of the above.
Yes, same damn time.
All of the above. Yeah,
and
you want something new, you want something different, you gotta, we could rewrite our story as many times as we want.
Reinvent yourself.
Yes. As many times as you want.
Every day.
It's up to you to do that. Nobody's going to do it for you, but you have to be willing to invest.
Yes.
And that's where people are like, oh, I ain't got time for that. Oh, I'm not paying for that. Or no, I've been knowing them for 30 years. That's why you're where you are now.
Right. Exactly. And haven't moved. It has not moved. It's been the same way for what, years?
Years. And now you're frustrated. You're overwhelmed. You're burned out.
Yes.
And you're doing the same things, expecting a different outcome.
Insanity.
That part.
That's the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
You do the exact same thing, but you think somehow you're going to get a whole different outcome. You're not. You're not going to put a $5 investment in and get $1 million reward. It doesn't work that way.
And if somebody did it, tell me how so I can do it.
Please. I will invest and buy the book. Okay.
So Kenya, if it's an issue, I read her comment again. It said financial stability. If it's you have debt that you owe and you have like several different bills, I invite you to just talk to one of the creditors or go to collections and start paying off the one with the highest interest first. And then before the year is over, you can be debt free, so to speak. So if you go ahead and make a plan and get the debt out of the way, replace it with a different mindset. And so you'll dig yourself out of that hole. It's a whole mindset. You can do something about that part because you can change your mind. That part is free.
That's
I invite Kenya to call us back or, write in or, tap in, sometimes so we can, work on you a little bit.
This is what I'm going to do for you, Kenya, because, I've been told I do too much or whatever, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Do your boo.
Do it anyway.
Kenya, if you inbox the Wake Up Happy Sis Facebook page, there's only one Wake Up Happy Sis. You're gonna find us. But if you inbox that page with your mailing address, I'm going to send you my vision board workbook, and I'm also going to send you a set of my Tilted Crown affirmation cards. And these are little pieces of Black girl magic and affirmations and self-care actions that you can take. And it's a set of 52 cards. Because what I want is for you to start seeing yourself differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want you to say that you feel useless. I need you to, because you're going to have to dig into that. What's making you feel useless? What triggers this feeling of uselessness, right?
Yes.
And get down to it. And that's usually something that you need to work through with a therapist to understand what happened along your road, to say, okay, where is this really coming from?
Yes.
Right? And then you get you a coach who's going to help you with some plans on how to move forward and navigate. And we're doing all the things, right? Look, I see you raising your hand. Go on, say something.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm here for you. So can you hit me up, baby? Hit me up.
Yes. You have everything you need to be successful right here, Kenya. Your whole life is ahead of you. And I see nothing but greatness for you. Tap
Absolutely.
in. You have resources right here waiting
Okay,
on you.
this is your support system right here, right in front of you. Come on,
Man.
man.
In front of you.
We got financial. We got learn how to say no and do your journey. You got me who, I know you said you need a hand holding, baby. I don't hand hold, but I do push you into reality and I call you on your bullshit.
And empower you.
That's what we need.
Because
another person can't hold you accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. But I will, like you say, I'm going to help you see your bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of times what we have are excuses.
Yeah, no excuses.
We can come up with every reason that we did not do, that we did not achieve, that we did not accomplish. And sometimes we just have to practice a little mindfulness.
Yep.
Okay. Practice a little mindfulness. When something is going wrong, take a step back, just breathe a little bit and really think about, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
But don't beat yourself up for how you're feeling. Don't judge it. It's not about judgment. It's about awareness of thought. Oh, okay. Every time this happens, then these negative thoughts come.
Yes.
Every time I'm around this person, I just feel so heavy and sad and blah, blah, blah. Right? Mindfulness can help you get a gauge of where you are. And then you plan out where you want to be and how do you get from here to there. And it's not easy. I know it sounds easy when we say it. It is not easy. But you are worth it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. But I want to add that, it is not a quick fix.
No.
This is a journey. This may take months, weeks, years.
That's right.
It's not going to happen overnight, and I think we have gotten accustomed to everything being microwave. Quick. This journey that you are going to take, because you're going to take it. You spoke it, you're going to take it now.
Right.
It takes a minute. It takes a while. I'm still on my healing journey, and I have the nerve to be helping others get on theirs, So that's why you need a support system.
But do you really want a therapist who hasn't had to heal themselves? No.
Right? No.
How can you help me if you've never been through anything? You've never had a challenge, a trauma that you had.
Exactly.
How are you going to help me?
Baby,
I want to give you the textbook
in the book, right?
It took 3 therapists for me to find my therapist.
Right.
The first
baby, let's talk about that real quick. No, because I think that's a big thing is just because you start with that person doesn't mean that they're the right therapist for you.
Exactly.
You keep looking until you find the right therapist. It's not about them being a yes person and telling you what you want to hear. No. It's about them being able to get you to see and hear what you need to see and hear to take action. And you keep going and keep changing until you find the right person.
3. It took 3. And I recommend find you a therapist who looks like you.
Yeah.
Becky can't tell me nothing about Black problems. We know we got, we know.
That's right.
And unless Becky grew up in Fifth Ward, Third Ward, or whatever, then no, Becky can't tell me nothing. So you find you a therapist who not only just went through went to school to go be a therapist, lived experience. That is how you are going to help someone, and someone can help you. Lived experience. And just like I tell people, if I haven't gone through it, I can't help you with that. But I can speak to somebody who can. I always prefer.
And that's the big part. We have to be open.
Yes.
We have to be accepting of our flaws. We have to know when we need help, and we have to not be afraid of going to get the help because we don't look crazy or we look weak or we look whatever. Get the help you need.
Yeah.
Because while you're over here hurting, the next person, even the people who hurt you, they done moved on with their life, baby.
And don't give two shits that they hurt you.
No.
They're on to the next thing, whatever. Right. And you're still over here stuck in that same place of self-doubt, self-defeat, low self-esteem, low self-worth, no confidence.
Yeah.
Because somebody left you with all their trauma. They don't know their trauma.
And they gone about their business.
And they feel good.
Yeah. Because they released that weight and put it on to you. Now what you gonna do with it?
Intentionally or unintentionally. But you don't have to keep carrying it.
No, you do not.
You do not.
You can say, I want to get off this ride.
Yep, that's right.
But it starts with you. You have to make that decision. But you also need to make sure you are celebrating the small wins. I think sometimes we can only celebrate the big things that happen. Right. You can celebrate all the small things that happen, because what it's doing is building up your resilience, tolerance, your happiness. It's building those muscles up.
Yes.
That say, you know what? Yes, I'm going to go through challenges because life is going to life.
Yes.
Yes.
But now the goal is for me, because to me, I see healing as a journey. It is not a destination, because somebody can always trigger you into feeling back that way you felt.
Yeah.
Right? So as we're healing, it's a journey. So I'm constantly trying to learn new ways that I can help me to heal from things. Because things come up that you, like you said, that you thought you were healed from. A song, and you feel like you're brought right back to that trauma.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it will affect your confidence. It will affect your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
Does.
But we have to call our power back to us.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is 11:03. This hour has gone by.
Already?
My gosh, that went by so fast.
Yes. Look, most times we on here for like an hour and a half. Our show, our hour-long show is usually an hour and a half. But I'm trying to get better about being on time. I'm trying to get better about being on time.
But you were on time.
We're on time. These are conversations that need to be had.
They do.
Absolutely.
Over and over again. Over again.
Our Black women.
Yes.
In getting through this, overcoming, getting through, walking into the storm. We walking into storms all 2024. We're not running away anymore. We're not code switching. We're not going to downplay ourselves.
No.
We're going to stand on our boundaries and enforce them with ourselves and with others.
Yeah.
We're going to get out there and we're going to journal and we're going to work through our damn problems.
Please and thank you.
Absolutely.
Stop projecting your problems on other people. Deal with your shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to just go round robin, starting with Shawnti. And do you have any final words of encouragement? I'm going to put your link back up again so that people can know how to find you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, my final words are to anyone who is listening or watching. Know that you are worthy of everything that you want in your life. You are worthy of it. You deserve it, but you got to go get it back. Nobody's going to come knock on your door and say, hey, you look like you need this. Hey, nobody's going to do that. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your worth enough for you to get your ass up and go get it.
Ooh,
because it's already yours. Go get it. It is
absolutely.
Yours. Get up. Yes. And when you get up, you come see me.
And you can get on over to ShawntiRefugeJournals.com. Check her out. Get some journals. Get some mental health support that you greatly need. It's okay to heal, baby. It is okay.
It's a beautiful thing. It's ugly, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so great on the other side.
Yes. Come on over here on the other side of healing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Kesha.
Hello. You can contact me you can go to my website at www.notyourjourneytotake. I also have a published book, and I talk about boundaries. And I speak so much about boundaries because we allow people to project their problems onto us. And then we get so caught up into their problems where they have moved on to something else, and you're trying to fix their problem. And when you go back to say something to them, they're like, what? You're still thinking about that? And you're like, wait a minute. I just spent my entire day worrying about you and what you got going on because you just dropped this bomb on me. Their journey is not your journey to take.
No.
It's the title of the book. It is not your journey to take. Yeah. Their problem is their problem is their problem, right? You can't fix it. They have to start with them first, but they got to see themselves. They have to see themselves, and they have to see themselves past the trauma, past the issues, past the problems. And most people can't see past that. You know, most people can't see past the street that they live on, especially if they haven't been to the other side of town. They don't know. And no matter what you say and what you do, you try to help them. You can't help them if they're not ready, right? Yeah, I can't put you on that path and give you the trajectory and say, hey, bam, this is what you need to do. If they're not ready, there's nothing that you can do. Right. And everybody just need to get on that path to get ready, because everybody else's journey is not your journey, and you have to heal. We all have had traumas growing up. We've all had traumas in our adulthood. We've all have had those things. But heal. In our community, it's not popular to go see a therapist. It's not popular to have a coach. It's not popular to have somebody to help you move past what's holding you back. Like Kenya was saying, you know, like she just, the way that she feels, the way she expressed how she feels in her statement. I mean, it's got to start with you. You started first by saying it, which is awesome, because now you have acknowledged that there's a problem. Now it's time to put it to work and have accountability. But you have to have accountability for yourself. We can't do it for you, right? Like I can't put on your shoes and run that marathon, and then I take off the shoes and give them back to you. You can't say you ran that marathon. I can say I ran in your shoes, but you haven't ran that marathon, right? So with that being said, you got to start with yourself first. Right? See yourself as God sees you. Thank you, Jasmine. We'll go back for that. See yourself as God sees you. Put yourself first. Figure out what makes you happy. Date yourself, as Shawnti said, right? Go to the movies by yourself. Go out to eat by yourself. Don't feel no type of way. Enjoy you. Because you can't have any relationships with anybody if you can't teach them how to treat you. Right? You have to show them how to treat you. If you can't show them that, they come through doing whatever they want to do, and you are constantly harmed. That's right. That's right, Shawnti. And you don't have to. So to me, it's not your journey to take, which, you know, I'm the author of that book, and I also have a workshop called Prioritize Me, because we as Black women need to prioritize ourselves. We need to learn how to put ourselves first. We can help people, but we have to help them when we have helped ourselves. Yes. And then when you are healthy, you can do it out of love and kindness, and not out of obligation or like I just gotta do it. Right? So
come on. Yes. Pass the collection plate. Pass it. Right.
Yes. Yes. So absolutely. So if you want to visit me, you can all the platforms at Not Your Journey to Take, and my website, www.notyourjourneytotake.com. And thank you so much for having me here. This has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I know we go together, right?
Yeah, you know, that's right.
And you guys are welcome to come back on our show anytime. We have an open door policy here. Our show is typically a drop-in show. But we, love our guests, and you guys have been absolutely fabulous. And we want to thank y'all for coming and gracing us with your presence, sharing with
this
our
was a vibe. I'm
listeners.
here for you.
Look, I tell you, this is what we do. We built a little something here. So
You built a
a
big
little. It ain't no
something.
little.
So
Take that little
thank
out of there.
y'all so
Ain't
much.
no little.
Yes, it's not a little. This is so much needed. Thank you so much.
thank you. And Sharonda, what you gonna talk to the people?
Well, all of these awesome and wonderful business owners, you going into business is the bomb, but so are your books. Come and see me because your books are just as important as your business. Let me take care of your books because it's tax time. Come and see me at bookkeepingforlife.com. Hope to see you soon.
And if you love this kind of content, you want to join a growing community, head on over to Facebook and join the Wake Up Happy Sis group. I also have an authors group for my upcoming anthology. A little commercial tried to play me, but it's okay. It's okay. But I want to thank y'all for coming out. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Shawnti and to sorry, let me move my things out the way. And Kesha for coming and gracing us with your presence. Again, you are welcome back anytime to the Wake Up Happy Sis show. And I just want to say to every woman that is listening, if you in earshot, listen up. Your self-esteem, your journey to self-esteem, this is a uniquely yours journey. It's not going to look like anybody else's. And it's not always easy, but it is always going to be worth it. So I want you to embrace every part of your journey, the highs and the lows, right? Because they all contribute to the incredible woman that you are. So keep celebrating your wins. We're going to keep setting those boundaries. We're turning our challenges into stepping stones. We are reframing how we speak to and about ourselves. We are dating ourselves because, yes, I do have a date night for myself, period.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we are here with you every step of the way. So I want you guys to have the day that you're meant to have because you can control how you respond to the things that come at you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And y'all have a blessed and beautiful rest of your Monday. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Wake Up Happy Sis on KCCR.